to bring people into to change them spiritually. I need to become merciful, I need to become kind, I need to become understanding to the other in order to bring him to Islam. Look what the Quran says. وَإِنْ أَحَدٌ مِّنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ اسْتَجَارَكَ فَأَجِرْهُ حَتَّى يَسْمَعَ كَلَامَ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ أَبْلِغْهُ مَأْمَنَهُ. If one of the kuffar, the mushriks, come to you asking for help to protect him, then, O Muhammad, protect him. Protect him and let him listen to the words of Allah. And then after that, take him safely to where he wants to go. Not kill him. Not only say to him, you don't believe in Islam, so and so, bring the knife, kill him. How can you help a person after you have killed him? So here we need first of all to change ourselves. Allah will not make changes in people unless they make changes within themselves. This is the issue. It is a very big issue, my daughter. It's not only for psychology, it is for all the social sciences and for all the ways of life of the Muslims today. May Allah bless you.
Yang pertama, bagaimana cara kita mempengaruhi budaya dunia barat gitu ya. Yang pertama ya kita harus percaya diri dengan apa yang kita yakini. Kita percaya diri dengan Islam yang kita yakini. Ya, dan kita harus mempraktekkan nilai-nilai Islam itu dengan benar gitu. Jadi salah satu cara untuk menghilangkan Islamofobia tadi adalah dengan kita menunjukkan bahwa kita ini orang Muslim yang merciful, ya, penuh kasih sayang, memaafkan, gitu ya. Jadi kalau ada orang non Muslim datang ke kita, ya, meminta bantuan, minta perlindungan, ya kita lindungi. Gitu. Dan artinya bahwa kita sebagai bagian dari masyarakat Muslim harus bisa merubah masyarakat Muslim itu sendiri, jadi lebih sesuai dengan nilai Islam. Yang tadi yang penuh kasih sayang, yang memaafkan, yang seperti yang dicontohkan oleh Rasulullah dan sahabat-sahabat. Kalau kita tidak bisa menunjukkan keluhuran dari nilai Islam, ya kita tidak bisa mengambil, gitu ya. Jadi berdakwah dengan cara menunjukkan. Jadi dakwahnya itu adalah teladan dari perilaku kita. Saya kira begitu ya. Oke, yang berikutnya, ya, monggo Mas.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad. I'm from Jamiah Islamiyah Sunan Kalijaga. Ya Syekh, Afan, ana takallam bil lughatil arabiyyah. Ya Syekh, ayatul fikratul asasiyah allati sata'maluhal Islam maha na'lam fi hadzal 'asr anal madahibul arba fil ilmi nafsi qad ammat wa qubilat inda nasil ijtima'i. Islamic psychology yabnil fikratal asasiyah ala masadiriha kal misl Quran wal hadis. Islamic psychology Islamic psychology ila naqid kritikus ya, au ilal musahih watam. Fama ayatul fikratul asasiyah. What is basic concept, in Islamic psychology? Thanks.
Nah. نعم، ما هي الفكرة الأساسية؟ الفكرة الأساسية هي أن نجعل من علم النفس خادما للإسلام وليس عدوا له. الآن ملايين من الشباب من أمثالكم في جامعات العالم الإسلامي يدرسون فرويد ويدرسون وبالتالي هم يخرجون من الفكر الصحيح الإسلامي، يخرجون بدون إحساسه. الإسلاميك سايكولوجي هو أسلوب لإنقاذ مثل هؤلاء الناس. في الأول ننقذهم، ثم بعد ذلك نؤثر على الآخرين. الفكرة الأساسية هي هذه الفكرة يا أخي العزيز. I will say this in English so you can translate. Now, why are we talking about Islamic psychology? Is it urgent? Yes, it is. There are millions upon millions of Muslim students in universities, in departments of psychology around the world. In North Africa, in Tunisia, and in Morocco, because of the influence of the French, they teach Freud as if Freud is like a prophet. Whatever he said, they will accept. And if you criticize Freud, they are angry. If Islamic psychology comes to save such students from such thought, then Islamic psychology would have served Islam. We need first of all to purify our teaching of psychology in the world. We cannot stop psychology. We are not in a position to say to the Muslim world, stop the teaching of psychology and wait for us to develop a new kind of psychology. We cannot do this now. So what can we do? What we do is to see what is useful in Western psychology and Islamize it and build a psychology on top of this. This is what IIIT is trying to do, to author books, to make books on Islamic psychology which will lead people and will lead lecturers. Now, what is the alternative? Our dear friend said, what is the thought on which it is built? What is the alternative? Let us say we stop this Islamization. What will happen? What will happen is that you will continue to study Freud, behaviorism, non-directive psychology, and you will think that this is the right thing. And this will lead you away. It will lead you away from Islam itself. So, in this case, Islamizing is to save people from satanic, from shaitan, from the civilization of shaitan. Okay.
Jadi, Prof. Badri tadi mengatakan ya, yang pertama kali menjadi prioritas itu karena di dunia ini kan ada banyak mahasiswa muslim ya, yang belajar psikologi. Jadi mereka kalau belajar di universitas di barat, yang diajarkan kan psikoanalisa, ya, behaviorisme, seolah psikoanalisa ini jalan yang benar gitu. Nah, makanya kita perlu mengembangkan psikologi Islam dengan cara apa? Dengan cara mengislamisasikan ilmu psikologi. Kemudian setelah itu kita sebarluaskan dengan cara apa? Dengan cara publikasi. Jadi membuat buku, ya, buku teks, atau kita mempublikasikannya dalam bentuk website, ya, sehingga sarjana-sarjana muslim tadi di bidang psikologi memahami, oh ternyata ada paradigma lain selain psikologi yang mainstream, yaitu Islamic psychology. Nah, itu.
Yes, In 1976, I gave a lecture in Indianapolis in the United States. The Muslim Students Association, the Association of Muslim Social Scientists, invited me. The title of my talk is Muslim Psychologists in the Lizard's Hole. I took this from the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, the Prophet said that a day will come when the Muslims are going to follow the ways of those before them, the Christians and Jews. Even if they get themselves into a lizard's hole, the Muslim will unthinkingly follow them. And I said now psychologists in the Muslim world are also getting into the lizard's hole. You know who were happy with the lecture and accepted it? The ones who were happy were the Americans who became Muslim, and some of them were psychologists. And at once they started a branch of Islamic psychology in the association there. When I came back to my lecture, my university in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, the dean asked me to translate the lecture to Arabic and give it. So I did so. The Department of Psychology at the time had 13 professors and lecturers. 12 of them are Egyptians. They were very angry. Who are you to criticize Freud? When questions and answers came, they were very angry. But the students were happy. The next morning when I came to the university, all of them, they have long faces, they were angry with me. One of them, only one of them, was wise and was, because he got his PhD in the United States, not from Egypt. He came to me and he said to me, "Look here, Malik. You have criticized Freud, but these people, all these lecturers, do not know anything but Freud. If you take away Freud from them, they don't know what to teach. In fact," he said to me, "they are getting their salaries from Freud." So here is the big issue. The students began to think differently. I am happy to see the students think differently. They came to me in front of the other lecturers. "Professor Malik, how many lizards do we have in this department?" And the lecturers became very angry. This was a time in which Freud was adored, as if whatever he said is correct. They speak about religious, how the child learns to worship Allah. They say Allah is the father figure because of his father. And because he sexually loves his mother and hates his father, then he discovers his father is not God. So he creates a God in heavens and says this is Allah. What kufr? This kufr is being taught to the students. What can you do? You stop psychology altogether? You can't. What is the other alternative? Is to show that this is wrong and kufr and give the Islamic alternative. Thank you.
Ya. Oke. Jadi memang kita tidak bisa mengharamkan psikologi gitu ya. Mainstream psikologi itu tidak bisa kita haramkan begitu saja. Tetapi yang bisa kita lakukan adalah tadi mengislamisasikan, ya, menyesuaikan mainstream psikologi dengan nilai-nilai Islam gitu ya, yang kita anut, sehingga kita mempunyai alternatif lain ya, selain psikologi yang mainstream. Kira-kira seperti itu tadi ya. Karena ketika Prof. Malik pergi ke universitas di Riyadh ya, Arab Saudi, banyak dosen-dosen sana juga menolak gitu loh, kritik dari Prof. Badri tadi ya. Mereka menolak dan bahkan ada yang marah gitu ya, kok bisa Prof. Malik itu mengkritisi Freud, karena menurut staf di sana Freud itu udah teori yang paling bagus gitu. Jadi ada banyak penolakan juga ya, dari ilmuwan-ilmuwan psikologi muslim ya, yang mungkin belum memahami tentang psikologi Islam. Oke, yang terakhir ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jayzi Rolanda. I'm from Ahmad Dahlan University. I read your paper about systematic desensitization. My question is, have you used this therapy for the patient from a country with a minority of Muslim? And what's the difference when you're using this technique to the patient from a majority of Muslim? And on your technique, you're combining the three technique: cognitive therapy, behavior rehearsal, and psychospirituality. My question is, will you maybe someday add another technique for this therapy? Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much for reading the paper, daughter. Yes, I have used systematic desensitization. What is systematic desensitization? It's a big word, but its meaning is simple. Wolpe made the following. People who have a phobia, he do two things to them. You have a phobia of high places, then first he teach you how to relax, to develop within you a response against fear, or he may give him a tranquilizer, or some way by which to make the person relax. Then to make him imagine going from the first floor to the second floor, gradually, in his imagination, then he actually takes him practically and take him gradually, floor by floor by floor. Now this systematic desensitization has only been invented and used in the late 50s of the 20th century. But we, the Muslims, know this technique. They know it from the Holy Quran. Notice Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not start to tell the Muslims, stop alcohol. Stop alcohol, don't take it. From the first day of Islam. No. He only instilled Iman Billah, Bil Yawm al-Akhir, Bil Jannah wal Nar, until their hearts softened. And when their hearts softened, then he took it gradually, step by step by step. First of all, the ayah came, وَمِن ثَمَرَاتِ النَّخِيلِ وَالْأَعْنَابِ تَتَّخِذُونَ مِنْهُ سَكَرًا وَرِزْقًا حَسَنًا. From date palm and from grapes, you make alcohol, from which you become drunk, and also you have good nourishment. So good nourishment is not like alcohol. It is the first step. Then after a few months or a year, then they asked the Prophet, what about gambling and taking alcohol? Then Allah says in the Quran, يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما إثم كبير ومنافع للناس. They ask you about alcohol and gambling. Say, in them is a great sin, but it has uses for mankind. It was not prohibited, but people started to feel alcohol, drinking khamr is bad. Then after another year or so, one of the Sahaba was drunk and he was reading the Quran in a funny way. So the ayah came, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى حتى تعلموا ما تقولون. When you are drunk, do not say your prayers. This is number 3, step number 3. Then in this, after this, people stop. When can they be drunk? Now it is Zuhr, Azan Zuhr. If he drinks to become drunk, then Asr will come. If he drinks after Asr, Maghrib will come, Isha will come. So actually what Allah made people do is not to take the alcohol in excess, to take it gradually out of their bodies. And when they were ready, they were told, إنما الخمر والميسر والأزلام رجس من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه. Stop it, stop taking them. So they were ready, gradually and with Iman. They say, when this ayah was revealed, alcohol poured in the streets of Medina until the goats of Medina were drunk that afternoon. They were drinking the goats, Kambing were drinking the alcohol in the street and they were drunk. Why? Now there are two things. Making the heart softer, relax, and then take things gradually. This is what I have actually stressed in the paper. I use systematic desensitization, but giving it with each step, I don't stop. I don't just go on like other therapists. In every step, I stop the patient, I make him contemplate, I give him a spiritual dimension until he is fully powerful, then I take to the next step. This is a new technique that has not been done before. And I'm invited now to give it to Norwegian psychologists to train them in it. Thank you.
Oke, jadi Prof.Dr. kawan terima kasih ya kepada mbaknya tadi namanya siapa ya, yang telah membaca papernya. Nah, jadi sebenarnya teknik desensitasi sistematis itu sama dengan ketika Allah itu melarang Muslim untuk minum khamr ya. Jadi larangan itu diberikan step by step, jadi secara bertahap ya, secara bertahap. Yang pertama waktu Islam itu turun ya, tidak langsung ya mengatakan tidak boleh minum alkohol, tapi yang dibina itu adalah hatinya ya, harus beriman pada Allah, hari akhir, pada malaikat gitu ya. Nah, setelah itu mereka meyakini itu, maka pelan-pelan alkohol itu dilarang ya, sampai akhirnya tidak boleh mendekati sholat kalau dalam keadaan mabuk ya. Itu sampai berapa bulan itu, habis itu baru turun ayat terakhir yang sama sekali melarang penggunaan khamr itu ya. Jadi sebenarnya sama tadi, tapi yang dilakukan oleh Prof. Badri ketika masuk pada tahapan-tahapan tadi, Prof. Badri memberikan kekuatan spiritual gitu ya. Jadi kan setiap tahapan itu ada step-stepnya, itu setiap tahapan itu terus diberi spiritual selain relaksasi ya. Jadi ada kekuatan spiritual, diberikan nasihat spiritual seperti itu. Baru itu naik lagi ke tahap berikutnya dan seterusnya gitu. Jadi ada modifikasi yang dilakukan oleh Prof. Malik Badri ketika melakukan desensitisasi sistematis tadi. Jadi digabungkan dengan pendekatan spiritual ya. Dan itu memang juga sudah dilakukan oleh salah satu mahasiswi Mapro UAD ya, menggabungkan desensitisasi sistematik dengan zikir tasbih ya, subhanallah. Jadi relaksasinya dengan berzikir ya, subhanallah sambil relaksasi pernafasan. Nah itu subhanallah. Kemudian